Hi guys, sorry I'm so late. I know it's 3 weeks into December, but here I am. So what happened was one thing after the other. I ordered a webcam and a light ring, which you can kind of see reflecting in my glasses, on Black Friday. So I was waiting for those to arrive. And then my plan was to do in early December, was to do my November and December videos together, and then have another video up on New Year's Day. So that hasn't happened yet, obviously. First I had a really bad migraine on the day I was ready to go. My stuff arrived, I was ready to go. But an hour before I was going to film, I got a horrible migraine. I spent the evening lying in a dark room. And then I had a mouth flare up. I get this recurring mouth fungus. It's not as gross as it sounds. It's just very painful. This has been going on for, I guess, 5 or 6 years, and I still don't have an answer of exactly what it is or where it came from or why it's happening. I have a medication that effectively treats it, but I'd like to stop it from happening again and again. But that's still on the list of things to deal with my doctor. I did, small digression, deal with the sniffing and the running nose. So you should see, hopefully no sniffing in this video, but at least a lot less. I have a missing sinus and an underdeveloped sinus, so add that to Emily syndrome. And a bunch of environmental allergies like cats and dust. So I use every morning now a saline nasal rinse and a steroidal nasal spray. And I am seeing a big difference in congestion and all that. So at least I got one thing sorted out. But there's always something. And I think other things are going to take precedence over the mouth. It might still be a while. But for whatever reason, I had one of those mouth flare-ups. And I couldn't talk for a few days. Right? So waiting for new stuff. Then migraine, then mouth flare-up. Then I was very, very busy with errands and appointments and getting Christmas stuff together before we went into lockdown. So for about a week, I was just too fatigued come evening to do a video. Then I had several days of low mood and high anxiety where I wasn't functional enough to make a video. So finally, almost 3 weeks into December, here I am. So this first video, we'll consider this the November video, is, as it says, about codependency. But I learned something that I wanted to share with other people because, as always, I always want to help other people. So if I come across some knowledge, I like to share it if it's helped me. So I always thought of codependency in, sorry, I'm doing 5 things at once here. I have notes on my phone I have to get. All right. So I always thought of codependency as like enabling, right? So one person's trying to, maybe not even trying. They have a drinking problem. They may or may not be trying to quit, right? But another person is enabling that behavior. So what I found out though is, this is from Wikipedia. This is the sort of definition. A codependent is someone who could not function on their own and whose thinking and behavior is instead organized around an other person, process, or substance. To say that my life revolves around what other people think would be a massive understatement. I'm constantly, should I say this? Should I do this? How is so and so gonna react? If I make this choice, what are other people gonna think? It's all about how I come across, how I appear to other people. And the reason for that, the reason I have this behavior, is low self-confidence. So self-confidence and self-esteem, just to clarify, are different. Self-esteem is how much you value yourself. Do you think you're, worthy as a person? Whereas self-confidence is literally your confidence in yourself, your ability, to do something. Your confidence might be much higher in one situation than another. My self-confidence is just generally low. Unless it's reading a book or memorizing facts, I tend to think everyone can do everything better than me. And I think a lot of that came from school, and not just the other children, although partly the other children. Um, I couldn't draw as well as them. I couldn't keep up with them in gym class. No one wanted to be my friend. I struggled to behave and sit through a class, which other kids did not. So it makes you think you're not capable of much when everyone around you seems to be doing better. And as I got older, I was getting in trouble more, getting the principal's office more. It just layered on. And then the teachers, no one tried to figure out what was causing my behavior. I was just thrown in the hallway or suspended or whatever. So it made me feel like I was bad, as opposed to a kid needing help. I even had a teacher, I used to have really like bad buck teeth, like a beaver. And I developed a habit of sticking my lower, like that. I would stick my lower lip under my upper teeth for no good reason. It was just idiosyncrasy. I actually had a teacher accuse me of melting a swear word when I was doing that once. I got sent to the office. That was not a behavior I had even, so I don't want anyone to believe that. But I got in trouble for something I didn't do. So just years and years growing up like that, it wears on you. So even when I look at what I have accomplished, jobs I have held, finishing post secondary, it doesn't feel like that big of an accomplishment to me. It's the only way I feel good about myself is when other people are heaping praise on me, right? So I go to insane degrees to make sure I'm doing what other people approve of. Um, and I pretty much ruined a friendship, which I'm hoping to rekindle, partly because of this behavior. I think it might be attributable in my case to the borderline personality disorder. And I'm just going to clarify my diagnoses like I have in the past. So I'm diagnosed with Asperger's, OCD, and borderline personality disorder. And I've had issues with anxiety and depression all my life. I was diagnosed with ADHD as a young child, but I don't believe that one is accurate. So, since I discovered the pathological demand avoidance earlier this year, I believe I have ASD with PDA profile as opposed to Asperger's. Supposing that term existed in Canada, I believe that was my correct diagnosis, or is my correct diagnosis. What I don't know is if it negates the OCD and the BPD or not. Officially, I have those things, so I'm choosing to function and treat myself as if I have all three: PDA, BPD, and OCD. So one of the symptoms of BPD actually is very low self confidence, self esteem. Although my self esteem isn't as bad as my self confidence, and that might just be incidental, because I'm a firm believer, and this probably comes from my views on disability rights as well. I'm a firm believer that all humans are intrinsically worthy. I don't care if you're a baby, an elderly person, severely disabled. I believe that all humans have worth. So I think that's why my self esteem isn't as low as it could be, because I can't think that and not include myself in that thinking. So I do value myself as a person of worth. My confidence in my ability to do anything, on the other hand, so I think yeah, so if I do truly have BPD, it comes from there as well as the childhood traumas. Although childhood traumas can contribute to BPD, so it's kind of a web. There's no straight line from cause to, effect that easily with this. But knowing that I have this issue now, um, I'm not really sure what the next steps are. I try to catch myself and I try to make decisions based on my own wants and needs and not what other people think. I try to remind myself of how other adults function and model my behavior after that and do what's right for me and not what other people think is right for me. I'm still very like a child in class in that regard. The teacher says these are the rules, so I should listen. And I'm working to shake off that behavior. I think the real solution, though, would be, a lot of therapy to bring up my self confidence that I'm getting some therapy, but I can't afford as much as I need. But I guess I have to work within the, confines of my finances to try and up my self-esteem because like this behavior, it's not healthy for me because I don't function like an adult when I want everyone's opinion on everything. And it kind of like I mentioned a minute ago, it caused problems in a friendship when I was obsessed with this person and trying to fix this person and take care of this person because like I think I'm trying to show this person, through my actions, look how great I am, look all the things I can help you with. You should, really love me. because I don't see myself, without putting in a whole bunch of effort, as worthy of that. My confidence that someone wants to be my friend is very low. So I'm going overboard trying to, I wish I had some brilliant advice to end this with and be like, here's what you do about it, but I don't really know. But for me, identifying, labeling a behavior with or without a cause for the behavior is a first step for changing it. So I'm gonna guess end on that note, and hopefully someone else finds this information useful and can start changing their relationship dynamics a little bit. I wish I'd had this information years ago. Okay, so thanks for watching.